for a Grand Line adventure. Renowned for his remarkable plot twists and amazing talent as an author, Oda, the creator of One Piece, has also skillfully incorporated predictions and foreshadowing of future events in the series. But what's more interesting is that his foreshadowing often hints at the past as well, just like how Luffy foreshadowed the past. Oda has done an amazing job of dropping little hints and clues throughout the 1075 plus chapters that later turned out to be genuinely important for the plot. Fans have already noticed and appreciated some of the most impressive moments of foreshadowing in the story so far, but because One Piece is such a huge series, there are always more exciting foreshadowing moments to discover. We will unravel those hidden foreshadowed events in this video. Let's start with our main protagonist, Luffy. Luffy foreshadows the past. After defeating Bellamy in episode 150, Luffy was asked about his next destination. Luffy gestured towards the sky, coincidentally mirroring a scene from the past, where Gold D. Roger was asked the same question and replied with the same action, pointing upward and saying, "to the sky," foreshadowing a scene that happened before the time of Luffy's legacy. One of the Straw Hat's crew members also foreshadows the future accurately, with his lies coming to life. Usopp. Usopp, it appears, has a tendency to turn his tall tales into reality. For instance, in episode 9, Usopp's tall tales to Kage include a goldfish excreting a piece of waste larger than an entire island. And this event actually occurred as the crew left Little Garden in episode 77. Another tale Usopp told to Kage was about him rescuing a massive whale, and in episode 63, he and the crew saved a whale named Laboon. Another example of Usopp's tall tales coming true can be seen when he played a game of pretending to chase Cerberus with his childhood friends. Almost 300 chapters later, Usopp found himself being pursued by an actual Cerberus. Amazing, right? Avid One Piece fans predicted the real identity of Sanji, but it's still fascinating. The foreshadowing started when Sanji used Mr. Prince as an alias in episode 108, which has long hinted at his royal blood. Fans initially speculated this after Sanji revealed his origin in the North Blue during the Barati arc. As only royals have access to advanced technology in the North Blue, it was unlikely for someone to leave the region without being a member of the royal family. Fans also theorized that Sanji's wanted alive status on his poster was due to his status as a prince, which is why the Marines would not want him dead. Sanji's status as a member of the Vinsmoke family was finally revealed during the Whole Cake Island arc, putting an end to years of speculation. Now, let's talk about Momonosuke's time travel. This remained a mystery for over 3 years until being revealed in 2021 that Momo is a time traveler. It was foreshadowed when Momo said he had met Roger and his crew, but could not remember much because he was a baby. But being only 8 years old at the time, nobody paid much attention, as Roger had died over 20 years prior. But it turns out that Momo was alive in Roger's time, and was sent 20 years to the future by his mother Toki, who ate a paramecia-type devil fruit called Toki Toki no Mi, which gave her time travel ability. Toki used the ability to send Momo 20 years into the future to save him from an attack by the Beast Pirates. The first mate of Gold D. Roger also gave a lot of predictions. When Rayleigh first met Luffy, he complimented him on how well he suited his straw hat. At the time, it seemed as if he was talking about Shanks, but it was actually foreshadowing to a deeper connection. In chapter 599, as Rayleigh bid farewell to Luffy, he had a flashback to his first encounter with Roger, who was wearing the straw hat. This suggests that Luffy is the one who will carry on Roger's legacy. Up next is all about Monkey D. Dragon, Luffy's father. Monkey D. Dragon's identity was unknown until it was revealed in the 314th episode, when Luffy's grandfather, Monkey D. Garp, who's amazingly a Marine, spilled the beans when he accidentally mentioned the name of Luffy's father. His identity was foreshadowed in 2006, when an anime special showed the Straw Hats as mythical creatures. In that anime special, amongst all the possible creatures that Oda could choose, he chose a dragon as Luffy's character. Luffy was destined to be a dragon, as a reference to his father, Monkey D. Dragon. The foreshadowing of Sabo. For the manga fans, everyone remembers Sabo's death in chapter 583. For you anime fans, this is episode 503, which is the continuation of the backstory of Sabo and Luffy. It was over 200 chapters and episodes later, during the Dressrosa arc, that Oda revealed that Sabo never died. He was alive the whole time. What's even crazier, in the manga, Sabo can be seen in chapter 98 hiding in the back of the crowd, while Luffy is on the execution platform in Logtown. Oda foreshadowed Sabo's comeback 500 chapters before fans even knew that Sabo existed. CP0's first true appearance. After the time skip in One Piece, fans were introduced to CP0, the most powerful branch of the Cypher Pole organization. Unlike the other 9 branches, CP0 takes orders from the world nobles themselves, not the government. During the Dressrosa arc, 3 masked CP0 operatives informed the people that the newspaper announcement of Doflamingo's resignation from the Shibukai was a lie. However, this may not have been the first appearance. In Chapter 595, just before the time skip, Doflamingo has a conversation with a mysterious figure wearing a bowler hat. This part foreshadowed the existence of CP0. The man looks almost identical to the CP0 agent who appears later in Dressrosa, dressed in a white suit and bowler hat. This small but easy to miss detail subtly suggests that Doflamingo was once a member of the World Nobles, and hints at a deeper connection between him and CP0. It was then in Chapter 705 that they first introduced CP0. Shanks' warning foreshadowed the Paramount War. Whenever Shanks has a meeting with a significant character in One Piece, it usually signals that something crucial is about to happen. In one instance, Shanks speaks to Whitebeard about Blackbeard in Chapter 434, urging him to cease his pursuit of the dangerous pirate. Shanks reveals that he received the scar on his face during a fight with Blackbeard, and warns Whitebeard about the lengths Blackbeard is willing to go to achieve his goals. Shanks also advises Whitebeard to prevent Port Gazdi Ace from pursuing Blackbeard, but unfortunately, Whitebeard disregards his warning. When Blackbeard defeats Ace, he is sent to the impenetrable prison, Impel Down, and this event triggers one of the greatest conflicts in One Piece history, the Paramount War. Finally, the greatest current prediction is Luffy's Sun God Nika form. In the latest One Piece manga, Luffy has acquired a rare and powerful type of devil fruit, known as the Sun God Zone Fruit. This occurred during his epic battle with Kaido, the Emperor of the Beast Pirates. At first, fans thought that Luffy's acquisition of the fruit was solely to defeat Kaido, but it turns out there's much more to it than that. Oda has been dropping hints about Luffy's Sun God Zone Fruit for some time. In Chapter 253, for example, Luffy strikes a dance pose that is reminiscent of the Sun God Nika, the deity that is said to have inspired the powers of the Devil Fruit. The Sun God Zone Fruit has the unique ability to transform the user into a powerful sun deity, and it is believed that Luffy's transformation is based on Nika. Apart from his already impressive rubber powers, the Sun God Zone Fruit grants Luffy immense strength, speed, and agility. He also gains the ability to control and manipulate fire. Luffy first demonstrates this new power in Chapter 855, when he uses his Red Hawk move. This technique involves him igniting his arm with fire before delivering a powerful punch to his opponent. This move hints that Luffy's Sun God Zone Fruit is more than just a simple power-up, and has granted him a whole new set of abilities that he can use to overcome even the most formidable opponents. One Piece is renowned for its mind-blowing plot twists that keep us on the edge of our seats, and the predictions and foreshadowings that are scattered throughout the series add to the overall sense of excitement and engagement. It takes us on a journey, highlighting various instances of foreshadowing that have made the plot twists all the more memorable. As the anime continues, we can see how One Piece fans have also contributed to predicting and finding foreshadows of future events. All these predictions and foreshadows give us a curious mind and keep us wondering, what else is being foreshadowed? Only time will tell what lies ahead for Luffy and his crew, but one thing is certain, the passion and enthusiasm of One Piece fans will continue to thrive.